2099, humans have been traveling in space for 150 years. Every part of our solar system has been explored. Missions to the nearest stars are on their way. But space travel has proved hazardous for human beings. And death lurks in the hostile environments of the planets and their moons. And so, through human ingenuity, a new breed of space explorer has been perfected. These are the SIMs, 5 super intelligent machines capable of operating in the most extreme and threatening conditions. Earthlink, the mighty spaceship which carries them across the void. On board is Lander, the transfer vehicle and sanctuary while on a mission. Inside are Legs, who tackles the most dangerous terrain. Wheels, the roving scientific detective. And Hover, the rescuer and scout. This team of trailblazers acts as agents for the human race, adventuring far into the solar system and beyond. Their destination, space. In 2082, the SIMs undertook their second mission to Neptune, 30 times Earth's distance from the Sun. After traveling nearly 1 billion miles, they would establish their base on Triton, the large Neptunian moon explored on their previous visit. From Triton base, Hover would launch his assault deep into Neptune's atmosphere, braving terrible pressures and the most violent winds in the solar system.
We've been close to Neptune before, when we explored Triton about 20 years ago.
That icy moon with the strange 5-mile-high geysers.
On that mission, we weren't equipped for going into Neptune's atmosphere, but this time, I'm to descend through the clouds to a record depth. On these long-duration missions so far from Earth, we have to be sure our energy systems and fuel supplies will last, so that we are able to deal with any problems on our own.
Rolling out and lining up. Mission to Neptune, final countdown. Deep Space Tracking Network, are you go? All affirmative. We are cleared for takeoff.
Standing by to power up. Brakes off, full power now, and rolling. V1, V2, rotate.
Time to say goodbye to Earth. We won't be back for 2 years.
Clearing stratosphere. Selecting transfer orbit for space station. Three Earth orbits to go before docking.
There's a tremendous tropical storm passing beneath us right now.
But it's a gentle breeze compared to what Neptune has in store for you, Hover.
Soon the SIMs would leave the warmth and light of their mother planet far behind for Neptune, where the sun's rays are 1,000 times weaker. They would see Neptune loom up as the Voyager spacecraft did when it recorded the first ever close-up images in 1989. Within Neptune's atmosphere, Hover would encounter winds much stronger than anything on Earth.
Stand by for space station docking. Neptune mission coming in at port 7. We're to collect the backup energy supplies for our 2-year mission.
We're taking plutonium-238 at maximum permitted mass.
And a backup solar electricity generator. This is how it works. This giant solar panel can easily recharge my main batteries if necessary. It's being sent ahead in a cargo shuttle. Because of the strong winds and pressure at Neptune, we've got a special super-strength casing for you, Hover.
Let's see. Bring up the engineering design.
At Neptune, you're expected to break the record for pressure endurance.
We were subjected to 100 times Earth's atmospheric pressure when we visited Venus 40 years ago.
There have been amazing developments since then. You'll be fit for 500 times Earth pressure this time.
Look, we're getting a feed of the launch of our cargo shuttle from the moon.
What's it carrying for us?
As well as the solar panel, there's another of those cryo crawlers on board. The one we left on Triton 20 years ago is still working. And for Hover's mission, there are these no-crush transponders, which will work under pressures up to 1 million Earth atmospheres.
The cargo shuttle had launched from the moon successfully and would land on Triton soon after the SIMs arrived.
Undocking now. The first leg of the journey takes us to the orbit of Jupiter.
The flight plan has 30 days on ion drive to Jupiter, where we get gravity assist. Then 90 days to Neptune.
Acceleration cruise control at 3 millig's. We're now approaching Jupiter. The first quarter of the journey completed. Jupiter's a busy place these days, with missions to several of its moons in progress. There's the moon Io casting its shadow onto the cloud layer.
Let's get a closer view of Io. It's such an active moon. Look, one of the volcanoes is belching out cloud. It shows up well on the scanner.
A full-scale eruption, and just as the sample return shuttle has taken off. I'm picking up something drastically wrong with that Io shuttle. It hasn't gone into the correct transfer orbit. We're getting instructions from Jupiter Traffic Coordination. That sample shuttle is a write-off.
But it's carrying unique samples from Io's interior. Can't Hover recover them?
Affirmative, Legs. Range 100 yards to shuttle. Hover, stand by for EVA.
I copy you. Launching now. Ask Central Command to beam an instruction for the shuttle door to open.
Message relayed.
Going in now. The hold is full of equipment. What exactly am I looking for, Earthling?
A yellow sample container. I've got the ID scan reading for you. Everything else can be trashed.
Okay, that can go. And this. And that. And this too. And that. The container must be buried in here somewhere. This is the one. The scan ID matches precisely. Bringing it out now. It's not easy to handle. Oh no! It's slipping away from me! Drifting off in space! It's so small, my radar keeps losing it in the background clutter. I'm gonna need your help, Earthlink.
Scanning now. Downloading coordinates.
Get a grip on the situation, Hover. Keep the sample in your tracking beam.
Coordinates received. Locking... Oh, too late. It's drifted out of the beam again, and I can't find it.
I'll bring the X-band holographic radar online.
It's a small target to locate. Commencing wide-angle scan. There it is.
That could just be some debris we're picking up.
I'll go to spectral scan, Legs. There. The reflected signal is from a metallic object.
Then it must be the Io sample container.
I'll lock on.
Power to main lights for hover.
Scanning now. Hover, it's there in the main beam.
I have it now. Closing in. It's firmly secured this time. I'll bring it aboard.
Once you're secure, I'll run the background archive on Neptune.
The Voyager spacecraft swept past Neptune in 1989 and sent back a wealth of information about the planet, its ghostly rings, and its remarkable moon, Triton. Voyager's time-lapse photographs detailed a planet which is too faint to be seen by eye alone. It was discovered in 1846, when astronomers searched carefully beyond Uranus for a suspected eighth planet. The atmosphere is mainly hydrogen and helium. A trace of methane, just 2 parts in 100, gives it a blue tinge. Neptune, almost 4 times larger than Earth, makes one full rotation every 16 hours. Such a rapid spin creates raging gales in its atmosphere.
It's bad enough putting up with record-breaking pressure, but mega hurricane winds too?
Wind speeds top 1,000 miles an hour near the equator. Jet streams whip around the poles at 500 miles an hour. Voyager arrived when Neptune had 2 large storms raging. This huge, great dark spot was larger than the Earth. Lighter clouds swept and swirled round it. Over this small dark spot, clouds of white methane ice spun around the center. This high, streaky cloud cast shadows on the thicker atmosphere beneath it. But these clouds were short-lived. When the Hubble Space Telescope imaged Neptune a few years later, the weather patterns had changed completely.
Range to Neptune now 20 million miles. Commence final course corrections, legs.
I'm running the dynamical simulations of the moon system. Locking onto Triton now. What do we know about the ring system here?
They are insubstantial legs, rather ghostly rings, and they don't pose any danger to this mission. In any case, Triton is well outside the ring system.
A low risk from ring particles this time, then. But we do have a major power problem.
Power's dropped to only 400 watts. That's way below the plutonium supply's nominal output.
Far too low to complete the mission. The generator has shut itself down because of a serious radiation leak.
The backup batteries are almost flat.
Shut down the ion drive immediately. We can coast the rest of the way.
More problems. Neptune's magnetosphere is interfering with our communication channel to the cargo shuttle.
You're using channel S4. S-band is often tricky when they're static. Try U-band.
These old freighters don't have U-band, and I haven't enough power left for X-band.
Try the last option, band Z.
Switching now. Band Z is working. Just. And just in time, too. There's the shuttle waiting for us.
Hover must take the backup solar panel out of the shuttle hold.
And get it working as soon as possible.
I copy you. Launching now.
As fast as you can, Hover. We're within minutes of total electrical failure.
Everything is nicely in order here. It's a lot easier than dealing with that shuttle full of garbage back at Jupiter.
Extending connector now.
and locking on. There! A perfect fit.
Extending panel.
It's locked in position now.
I copy you. Stand by to recharge batteries. Powering up. Performance nominal at 2,000 watts. Lander, you are go for Triton.
I copy you. Launching now. I'll bring the cargo shuttle down once we've established our base. We're passing over the South Pole regions, where we based our earlier mission. Here's the new landing site. Going in now. Uh-oh. That wasn't in the script.
What's happened?
We've sunk into a snowdrift. Methane snow, several feet deep. Hover, you'd better launch.
I'll scout around. There should be a place with a firm surface not too far away.
This didn't show up on radar. How's it looking, Hover?
Come on over here, Lander. It's only a short hop.
Hop? We're nearly buried.
Yes, but the methane snow is very fluffy.
True. I can plow my way through it.
With 8-wheel drive, who needs snow chains? Here we go. I'm surfacing now. Free at last. That's better.
This is a microgravity environment, and an extremely cold one. Phew, we're just 20 degrees short of -400.
Lander, can you now bring down the cargo shuttle so we can get to work?
I'm starting the ignition sequence through Earthlink.
Shuttle landing commands transmitted. It should now descend gently close to your location, Lander.
Here comes the shuttle with all our equipment.
Position looks good. Gently does it.
It's going down near the snowdrift. And the rocket is cut out a moment too soon.
Oh no! The bump caused a leg to give way.
Let's see what the damage is.
We can't get the cargo door open with it in that position. Shall we try to roll it?
I'll have to cut this leg free. Then it should roll as easily as a log. Leg's free now. I'll get rid of it. Now you'd better attach your tether wheels.
I copy you. Locking on now.
I'll stand by in case you need my tether as well.
Full power on now. This job is not easy. It's very slippery on this ice.
There are no obstructions. One more pull should do it, Wheels. I'll get back.
Move, legs! The cargo is shifting! It's about to roll!
Ah! I've slipped! I'm completely trapped. My left leg is crushed.
I'm sorry to inform you, legs, that there's only one option for you. Amputation. I'll use my sighting laser. Not as powerful as your Mega Blasters, but it did the job. You're free now.
Oh, Legs. Do you want us to call you Leg now?
Humans might find that funny, Wheels. At least my jetpack is working all right, and I'll get a new leg when we return to Earth.
Here's the new Triton cryocrawler. He can do the walking this time.
Have you found everything for your Neptune mission, Hover?
Sure. I'm taking the no-crush transponders on board now.
Those samples we took back 20 years ago were mainly from the surface. Our instruction this time is to get deeper samples.
My Mega Blasters still work just fine. I'll cut through these icy layers so you can get to bedrock.
It looks like Cryocrawler is up and running.
I wouldn't call that running. What exactly is he up to?
He creeps about at random, transmitting basic information on temperatures and chemistry, which is what Hover will soon be doing inside Neptune's atmosphere. He must be nearly there.
Closing in now. This is a high cloud of methane crystals floating in an atmosphere of hydrogen and helium.
It's going well, Hover. I read high-quality data. A new dark spot has erupted 300 miles due north of your location. Go there to report on conditions.
I copy. By the way, what's your power situation?
Batteries at full strength, thanks to the solar panel. And a software fix from Earth means we can use the plutonium generator again. Give me an update on your position, please, Hover.
This is the central vortex of the dark spot. I'm reading much higher temperatures. It's a bubble of warmer gas laced with chemicals. I've descended to a pressure of 100 bars, my previous record. I'm going for 5 times that. Then I'll release the transponders. I'm at 500 bars and will hold altitude. The transponders are deploying. They can take readings down to a megabar. That's 1 million times greater than pressure on Earth. Lander, are you receiving data from the transponders? The data is coming in, and I'm running it straight through the planetary atmosphere modeler. They just passed through the methane haze and are falling into water clouds 100 times thicker than those on Earth. There's more rain. Only now it's droplets of hydrogen and helium. The simulation predicts that they will soon plunge into dense clouds of water and ammonia ice. Below that, there could even be a solid surface. I'm ascending fast, but the turbulence is tremendous. Ah! What was that?
Come in, Hover. Come in, Hover. You were struck by wind shear. I'm on my way to help you. All power is now nominal, so the solar panel can be disconnected. Lander, I'm heading for Neptune now.
I copy.
Did you pick up that transmission?
Yes, Hover's lost and out of contact.
Earthling's gone on a rescue mission.
Lander, this is Earthling. I'm at Hover's last recorded location, the vortex of the dark spot. I'll give it just a little longer, then I must return to Triton to pick you up.
I'm free! The wind shear threw me up vertically!
A chance in a million. By now you could have been crushed to nothing under the pressure of the lower atmosphere.
Am I glad to get aboard? Let's rendezvous with the others at Triton and head back to Earth. Earthlink requests rendezvous in 30 minutes. Time to leave Triton and the cryocrawler.
The boarding routine doesn't take into account that I might be nearly legless.
Oh, stop complaining, Legs. Super intelligent machines like us can cope with anything.
That's easy for you to say.
As Lander headed for rendezvous with Earthlink, the cryocrawler saluted the heroic team. Hover's descent into the raging atmosphere of Neptune has sent back valuable new information from immense depths never previously probed. And the samples from Triton would throw fresh light on the origins of one of the most remote bodies in our solar system.